Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another ramble. It is Monday, October 20th at 9:30 p.m. Also, apologies in advance if I have to pause the ramble. I have to use the bathroom, but my body is not cooperating with me, so if I need to pause to use the restroom, my apologies. Anyway, let's get into it. So, oh great, I think I'm gonna sneeze. I don't know, I guess we'll just see if it comes out. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pause really quick. I'll be right back. Hi again, everyone. After a 20-minute bathroom break, I have returned. Apologies that took so long, and I was half tempted to just start over, but the fact that the recording started at 12:30 on the dot felt too good to lose. So yeah, we're not starting over. We're just resuming, and nothing happened in the span that I've been gone. I had to go to the bathroom, and it took 20 minutes. Anyway, on to the ramble stuff. So after I got off the ramble with you all last night, nothing too crazy happened, but yesterday's ramble did receive a few comments, which is new to me. I was a bit surprised. I was very excited though. I loved just seeing the notification that somebody had commented. And I'm glad they ended up being good comments and not hate comments. But I was very excited, point being. And I actually want to bring a comment up. I've got it pulled up here on my phone. So there is a person who I believe is a subscriber. According to their account name, their name is Sydney. Apologies if I shouldn't be sharing this information, but you publicly commented, so you have become ramble content. So they commented yesterday, and they said, I hope you're doing well. So then I replied to them, and honestly, I told them, I was doing okay. I could be better, could be worse. And so they replied, and I didn't respond to this because I couldn't think of a way to put it cleanly into text at the time. So I decided that I would respond to it here. They responded, and they said, they said they were sorry that presumably because I said I could be better, but it could be worse. And then they said, thank you for sharing because it helps others feel less alone. I don't know if that last part was in reference to my comment or just my rambles in general. However, it stuck with me because some of these rambles, including possibly this one here in a bit, I kind of occasionally I get very upset or sad, and I possibly kind of lose my mind a little bit, and I spiral. And also yesterday's ramble, I was trying to voice train a little bit. Maybe, I don't actually know if I succeeded. I think I probably failed. This one, due to my fact that I had to get up and immediately reset everything, we're just gonna talk like this, and we're just gonna roll with it. I was gonna attempt tonight as well, but like I said, starting over kind of, sort of, not really, kind of threw me off, so we're just gonna roll with it. But yeah, so I don't know if the comment was in the thank you for sharing was in reference to my comment or just the overall rambles, but sometimes in these rambles, if you've been around, you've probably heard that I kind of, like I just said, I kind of lose it sometimes, and I get really sad, depressing, and it's part of me wonders, if you all even enjoy hearing that part where I like get truly upset about something or depressed or have an episode. And if they were referring to the overall ramble with the thank you for sharing, and it makes, helps others feel less alone. If me losing my mind or even just the normal rambles where I'm doing semi-stable for once makes you all feel less alone or helps you in even the slightest way, I'm very glad to know that. As someone who does these, as I've said before, as someone who does these for a journal purpose, a therapeutic purpose, a way to record and archive every single day that I don't get to talk to my bestie, that way she can hear everything that she missed out on, unfortunately. To know that, how do I put this? Knowing that my prime demographic is my best friend, so that she can hear all this. Knowing that other people have found these, and the rambles are helping them in a way, or making them feel less alone, or they look forward to hearing these, or something. That means a lot to me. So I appreciate, or I don't know if that's it makes me very happy knowing that these rambles of sorts help you all, possibly help you all feel less alone, or just, I don't know, improve your day in some way. Okay, that was almost a 5-minute activity. I hope that made coherent sense. But yeah, I've been stewing on that thought since last night when I saw the comment, so I needed to get that out first. I hope my response was satisfactory to them. If they even wanted another response to the comment. Anyway, today's ramble events. I woke up today at like 9 or 9:30, but I fell back asleep like 6 times. So I didn't wake up until 11:50. I laid in bed for half an hour, and then I got dressed. And then I went to class. Oh, that's fine. My PS5 is gonna shut off. I got dressed, and then I had a pack of cheese crackers, and I went to class. It was math class today, and I will discuss what my brain did during math class after we get everything else out of the way, in case you all just want to stick around for the more sane, collected part of this ramble, because I'm telling you now, it's probably going to devolve. You have been warned. So I came back here, and then I had a therapy appointment at 3, and we mostly just talked about how I need to try and put myself out there with people, even though I don't think that they would necessarily like to interact with me or be my friend or have anything to do with me. My therapist is like, you have to try, even though I am of the believer that would never go well. Then after that, I watched 2 lectures for quantum computing. I took a quiz. I got 100. And then I went and got dinner. I had a cheesesteak sandwich with mozzarella sticks. It was really funny, though, because I got up there, and the lady asked me what I wanted, and I said, hey, can I have a cheesesteak? And she said, with everything on it? I said, yep. She said, is provolone cheese okay? I said, yeah. And then I said, also, can I have mozzarella sticks? And she goes, is provolone cheese okay? And I was very, very confused, because I was like, well, mozzarella sticks, the entire point is mozzarella cheese. So I was like, for the mozzarella stick? And she's like, no, for the cheesesteak. And I was like, yeah, that provolone's fine. She's like, do you want everything on it? I'm like, yeah. We just had this conversation. But I had my dinner. It was really good. And then I came back here, and I got an email about scheduling spring classes. So, that I could schedule today, even though I had scheduled them last semester. So me and my mom were taking a look, and it looks like even though we had scheduled them, stuff just like got removed or something. So I had to email my advisor, and I haven't heard back yet. But after we got all that handled, I played DBD. I played like 2 matches of Killer. Had one not so good match. I had one match with all 4 kills. So I think the first match got 1 kill, so I at least got 1 kill. But I had a not so good match. I had a really good match. And I haven't played anymore since because I was watching episode 5 of Tales of the Walking Dead. I have 1 episode left of that show, and then I will move on to something else. Another one of the Walking Dead shows, I mean. And my mom started Fear the Walking Dead, so I kind of want to start that next, just so I can finish it before her. So then I was just kind of chilling, and in my science group chat, like the 6 of us that sit at a table in my earth science class, one of the people, what's her name? Her name is Carson. She texted, and in all caps, it said, Joe, and I was very confused, because why would one of these school people need to get my attention with big caps? And, so I was all confused, and I responded, I'm like, yes, and she said, she was like, you're famous, and I was like, I am, at this point, it was, oh no, what have I done? And she sends a picture, and she's like, is this you? So she sent a picture from her computer screen of somebody in one of our school's tunnels in a power chair with headphones on and shorts on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's me. Apparently she was watching one of the school's like YouTube videos, and I showed up in it for some reason, apparently. I'm just in the background, I guess. So I'm famous. But I mean, you all already knew that I'm famous because, you watch these, and 13 subscribers clearly means I'm like world renowned, world famous. I'm like household name at this point for all 13 of you. No, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, that was interesting. I can't say I expected that to happen or even knew that I appeared in one of these videos. She didn't send the video. I almost asked her to send it because I was really curious to know what in the world I showed up in. But also, I think I look kind of gross in the picture, so I don't really know if I want to see it after all. But I'm a little, I'm a little curious. Let's see. Anything else before things probably go off the rail? I know after I get off the ramble, I'm probably going to play 1 DVD match as Survivor to get my daily Survivor match XP bonus. And then I'm probably going to try the racing game I bought yesterday, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, that I've heard is god-awful, but I don't know, it just felt right to get it because it was on sale, and it's a game that me and Riley had talked about before, and I was buying it in honor of our mall trip. If I do play it, I'll report back to you all. I'm not huge at racing games anyway, but I feel like I can at least tell when a game is legitimately bad. I mean, then again, some games that people really don't like, I'm just a fan of, so maybe it'll be one of those situations. Sorry. But yeah, so I feel like I've covered everything safe and tame and mentally stable. So, now we are going to... Sorry, my nail is like bugging me. Now we are going to discuss stuff that is kind of off the rails and depressive and not the safest subjects to discuss. So if you wish to not hear that stuff, by all means, please click off here. Still, I appreciate you watching this far if you have, but I understand. Trigger warnings, I suppose I should specify what will probably be discussed. Trigger warnings, self-harm and suicide, and also I'm gonna bring up a weird dream I have just because I just thought of it, which involves sexual assault and yeah, and just other depressive stuff. So trigger warnings. Please click off now if you don't want to hear any of that stuff. Like I said, I completely understand, but yeah. Anyway, let us dive in if you are still here. First things first, just a freaky dream I had that'll literally only last a second that I just remembered. Today I woke up and I felt like so odd. Like, I'm pretty sure I had a dream where I was brutally sexually assaulted and it was very uncomfortable. I had nothing else in that subject that I would like to add. It was a very uncomfortable dream. Unfortunately, I can still picture things. But on to the real reason that this episode is going to devolve a bit. As you all maybe, as you may or may not know, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, math class is when my brain decides to be mean to me. So here we go. Today I was sitting there and my brain just like immediately was like, like, it was telling me that my bestie, like, after all this time, whenever we are in connection, like, in communication again, or able to reconnect, it was telling me that, like, she, like, will hate me, and won't want anything to do with me, and will just, like, blame me for us being forced to be separated like this, and will just want nothing to do with me, and that if that's the case, then I should just go and end it all. Go find my local bridge and take a nosedive, or get stabby on myself. And I mean, I can't really blame it for thinking that way, seeing as it's my head, so the thoughts have got to come from somewhere. I mean, because I know my brain says that she blames me, but I blame me. I think it's my fault that we're in this mess in the first place, and I think that I, ruined everything. And that I, ruined the best friendship I have ever had. And whenever I remind myself of that, everything hurts. It hurts a lot. I'm very very angry with myself for messing things up and for ruining everything. And sometimes I worry that when I talk about my bestie this much, that you all think that I'm some crazy person who just can't, I don't want to say get over, but I can't give it a rest. And it's, I don't know. To me, she is like my other half. She is the greatest friend I have ever had in the world, and I can't just, I don't know if move on is I don't want to move on or let go or anything, but I can't just not forget either, but I can't just what is the word I want? I can't put it in the back of my mind and only think of it a little bit every day. It's she is always on my mind, and how severely I have ruined everything is constantly on my mind, and how I would do literally anything just to be able to be in contact with my best friend again. It's just I don't know. I just hate it that I caused this, and it's all my fault. I mean, at least I think it's my fault. And then I get thinking, and I'm like, oh well, if I want to get rid of these thoughts, I'll just read the letter she sent me a long time ago, like last year around my birthday. But I'm worried if I read it, that's gonna break me. And that I'm gonna cry a whole lot, and that I'm gonna be even sadder than I already am right now. And I don't know what to do. I thought, oh, well, I'm still holding out hope that maybe I'll get to hear from her for my birthday. If not, I get why, and honestly, that's probably the safer bet not to, but I'm still hoping a little bit. I was just like, oh, well, I could read it then, and pretend it was sent this year, too, but I'm just scared of what it'll do to me. Or, I think about how she told me last year, she said, this year, 2025, she was like, so it was last year, she was like, she was like, on your birthday, check your email, and I still think about that, every day, and I want to know what she was going to send, but I probably won't ever get to find out what that was, and everything is just awful, and I hate it, and I miss having somebody who I could trust, 100%, and who I knew would have my back. And I know I talk about this literally every episode, and you're probably all sick of it, and you probably all hate me and can't stand me, and I totally get it, because look at me. I know who I am, so I can't really blame you all for not liking me either. So sorry. You all are the only people aside from my paid therapist that I can really vent to. I don't trust my friends enough to talk to them about any of this, and I don't have any other friends besides the 3 at home that I literally just said I can't trust any of this, so the best I can do is this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am the worst. I am a horrible human being. Maybe we'll get lucky and the universe will just put me out of my misery. Do everybody else a favor, that's for sure. Although my therapist did say if I died, it'd be unfair to my bestie, which I would happen to agree with, but also maybe, I don't know, maybe she'd be happy with that too, who knows? I don't know. Part of me still hopes that maybe she's one of you hearing these, but it's probably not, right? Which honestly, when I talk about this stuff, it's probably for the best. But also, I don't know. I feel like if I keep talking, I'm just going to go in circles. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. As always, first, if you made it this far through all this, I greatly appreciate you. But as always, if you liked what you're listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below, subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay up to date on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined to do so. Link for extra posting content. I don't know if you ever want to join if you ever want to be in my Twitter DMs so I don't get bots all the time. DMs are open. I don't expect any of you to DM me. I'm just messing with you on that front. But link is in the description. As always, your support means the world to me, and I love you all. Most importantly, if I haven't made it blatantly obvious, I miss my bestie more than anything else, a whole lot. But I will be back tomorrow with another ramble. Hopefully things don't derail as much. But until then, bye.